Guys, how are you doing today? How's everyone? Good, bad? We are going to start in next 3 to 4 minutes. Let everyone join the session and then we are going to start with it. Meanwhile, if you can tell me which all topics was being covered for you. Okay. Due to some circumstances, the trainer left this particular batch. So I will be continuing on this batch. I will introduce myself and we will be continuing and we will be taking up all other classes. I will be taking up all other classes for you, wherein I will cover the topics which are being left. And also, if you need some kind of revision on the existing topic, kindly please do let me know. I will cover that as well. But for now, if you can help me out with the topics which was being covered for you, it will really help. It will really help me. I will be giving you parallelly like the notes for each and every concept which we are going to do. If you can help me out, guys, with the topics which is being covered, it will be really helpful for me. Okay, all the topics which is being covered, if you can guide me on the same. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes because I really don't know how many candidates should be joining. So we will wait for 2 more minutes and then we will be starting it off. Any problems you were facing previously, which I should be taking care of? I think some of you might know me. I'm one of the lead trainers for AWS DevOps and the DevOps platform for Eureka. Yeah, I can see a lot of people know me, right? Yes, great. Okay, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, EC2 instances. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So I can see some people have joined. I'm sharing you one of the links which is there. Since I was not taking your batch from day one, this is the documentation which I have prepared for another batch. I will be sharing it with you. It's a very big documentation created in the live class. Okay. On top of it, I will also be sharing you individual labs, which will help you and guide you throughout the process. I hope others can hear me, right? Yes. Okay. So this is how I teach, but I have not taken this particular batch for you from beginning. So yes, you will see everything is being present up. This is for another company, not even for Eureka. I have prepared the notes for them. Okay, content is little different, but yes, for you, it's the most advanced content which we have. So yes, this particular will work for you. This particular notes will definitely work for you. Okay. On top of it, I will also be sharing you some extra notes. If I show you, yeah, these are the notes which I will be sharing it with you parallel to what we are doing right now. Okay, let's say if you want to learn EC2, I will be sharing you EC2 separate notes. on top of it. Let's say this is the documentation which I have prepared. So this documentation, I will share it with you. You can just follow along with this documentation and you don't have to refer to any of the recordings after that. Only this documentation will work. And though no recordings need to be watched, I really know the importance of the 2 hours which you are spending. So yes, I will not ask you to again spend 2 hours in checking the recording. So I will be sharing you everything after the class so that you can revise very easily. Okay. Now, can you just tell me some challenges which you were facing previously last week? If any challenges you faced, any challenges which I should acknowledge in this particular batch? Any challenges you felt like it need to be taken care of, you can send that message personally to me. I will not be disclosing it. Don't worry. Not able to create elastic load balancer with security group. Okay. Okay, Janathan. I will not call up what exactly issue you have raised, but yes. Okay. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Sure. So we are going to cover EFS. We are going to cover everything. Don't worry. Let me start from beginning only. I will start with EC2 itself. Okay. I am really sorry if you feel that it's getting repeated. If extra classes would be required, I will take it. Okay. But let me just take some concepts from the beginning and let's move ahead. Did we change the trainer? Yes. My name is Akshat Gupta and I will be taking up all your trainings. I'm currently the highest rated trainer for Ad Eureka, and I have been working with Ad Eureka from last 4 years. Okay, I'm majorly taking DevOps programs, Cloud Bootcamp, which is an expert level cloud programs, and also the AWS DevOps programs, which is there with Ad Eureka. Now, okay. Now, my name is Akshat Gupta. I'm a senior consultant, a certified AWS trainer. I'm the AWS authorized trainer. Okay. And a DevOps trainer. I'm currently working for Amazon. Okay. I'm working in Pune location right now in India. Earlier, I was working for Netflix India. So from 2014 to 2019, I worked for Netflix India. And from 2020 to 2022, I was being working as a freelance. And then I joined Amazon in 2022. Now, I'm also a co-founder of a company named Coopnest Analytics, which currently my wife is being handling up. Now, regarding the certification, I'm a cloud practitioner certified AWS solution architect, associate as well as professional AWS developer and AWS DevOps, professional level certified AWS SysOps associate, Azure fundamental, Azure administrator, HashiCorp certified, and also I'm a CKA certified trainer. CKA is one of the most difficult exam in DevOps profile right now. I have a 16 years of working experience with 12 years of training experience. I have been giving the corporate trainings as well, and I have been associated with multiple companies and providing them assistance. Regarding the achievements, I am an entrepreneur. Okay. From 2020 to 2022, I was being acting as a web development company. So yes, we currently, our company has been working with 12 to 15 plus projects. We are doing end-to-end deployments for them and we are providing the solutions to these particular companies. I will be using a lot of real-time example. Okay. I will be using a lot of real-time examples so that you can understand the concepts very easily. Okay. I generally do not prefer using any kind of PPTs, but I will be sharing you some notes which you can read and you can understand. But if you have any doubts, you can reach out to me. Okay. I'm currently working for Amazon India, wherein our complete deployment happens on AWS itself. So I do have a very wide experience at that point of time, and I will be giving it to you. This is something which will be taken care of, and we will ensure that at the end of the day, you are able to work in the cloud platforms, and also you are able to clear any kind of interviews which you are looking forward to. Okay. Nitesh, sure. Allow me 1 or 2 days, Nitesh. I will be covering that particular part. Today, I'm just starting it off. So let me take up some basic topics. First of all, I will show you how to work with EC2s, how to work and create some snapshots, some basic things. We will start it off. And after we are done with it, we will be moving to the budget part, where I will tell you how to avoid any extra cost which is being there. Okay. Now, any confusion at this point? Anything you feel that it's not right, or you are facing some issues, just to let me know. Okay, that's great. I will give you my LinkedIn ID at the end of the day. I will share you my mail ID. Okay. You can just drop me a message or you can drop me a mail in case you face any kind of issues. For now, I'm sharing you this documentation which I have prepared for you. Not specifically for you. From now onwards, I will be specifically creating it for you. Yeah. Just check it out. If you are able to access it, please bookmark this link, because all the notes I will be sharing you here itself. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and start with the batch. Now, if I ask you, what is EC2? What is EC2? Can you tell me? Okay. It's a compute service, a scalable computing service, which is being offered by AWS, right? Absolutely correct. It's a scalable computing service offered by AWS. Now, when I say scalable computing service, what do I mean? What do I mean by scalable? Okay, just allow me today's date, today's time only, guys. Okay, I'm just starting it off. Those who are aware of it, I'm really sorry. From tomorrow onwards, we will take up new topics. Okay, I'm just doing a quick revision for today. Now, what is scalable computing service? Okay, see, assume a situation. I give you a laptop. Okay, I give you a laptop, and that laptop will automatically increase in size. Let's say there is a storage of 1 terabytes. But as soon as you come close to 1 terabyte, let's say you put some movies, you put some web series onto that particular laptop. But as soon as you come to 1 terabyte, you are just about to complete that 1 terabyte, automatically the size of the laptop will increase. Now it's 2 terabytes. Okay. Now let's suppose there is a 16 GB RAM in your laptop, right? There's a 16 GB RAM in your laptop. Now you're playing a very amazing game on that laptop, and you need 32 GB to run that game. Automatically your laptop will scale to 32 GB because your requirement is more. And that is what scalable computing service is, guys. Scale means increase, right? Increasing computing services like RAM, CPU, storage, number of cores in your computer. Whatever is there in your computer, same thing as there in the machines also. These machines which are there. So this is a scalable computing service, which is it will increase or decrease in the size as per your need and requirement. And accordingly, I will make the payments. And that's a beauty about cloud. That's a beauty about the cloud. I don't have to really worry about any of this stuff. Everything my cloud will take care of. Okay. So I have a question. With EC2, will it automatically expand the memory? Yes, absolutely. Okay. If you are using, let's say, 20 GB of storage, it will automatically expand the storage. We have to make some configurations, and then it will automatically expand that storage to accommodate more bandwidth. Okay. So you don't have to recreate anything. Everything can be automated. We don't need any human intervene in the projects. Everything in the AWS can be automated. Yes, memory can also be. Yes, you're talking about the RAM, it seems, right? So everything, storage, RAM, vCPU, core, everything can be increased as per the need and the requirement. We call it as a scaling services. Okay. I will cover that particular part for you. Now in EC2, which is a Elastic Compute Cloud, we have multiple services offered by AWS, which includes instances. Now, what is instances? Instances are virtual machines. These are virtual machines kept in, these are the virtual machines which are being kept in different data centers across the globe. Can you tell me how many data centers are there, or how many regions are there in AWS? How many regions are there in AWS? Can you tell me? There are 22 regions or 26. Tell me. It goes up and down. When last time I checked it, there were 24. Okay. So yes, there are 26 regions. Let it be. Now, that regions are divided into data or availability zones. Availability zones has the data centers. So let's say we have a region. Region is divided into availability zone. Availability zones. You can have multiple availability zones, 2 or more availability zones, where the data centers, basically availability zones are nothing but the data centers which are being present up. So if I take an example, in Mumbai region, we have 3 availability zones. Let's say one data center is, let's suppose, in Mumbai Central, another one is in Borivali, and the third one is in Mira Road. Just an example to make you understand. Okay, so instances are the virtual machines. Machines are like your laptop is your machine. Same way that machine is there where your application would be deployed and it will be kept in some data center. And this is what instances is. You're already aware of it. I have already checked that part of recording when the trainer covered what is instances is. We do have other services like snapshots. I will cover them one by one. Okay, it's point-in-time backup. It's point-in-time backup. I will cover and explain it separately. Point-in-time backup of the machine or storage. Then the third one, which we are going to work on as well, is auto scaling. Auto scaling, as the name suggests, increasing the number of resources, increasing or decreasing the number of machines when traffic increases or decreases. Then we have load balancing. I think load balancing also the trainer covered. Load balancing or load balancers, that would be the right word. How many load balancers do we have? Can you give me that answer? Amazing. You all are genius. Majorly three load balancer plus one, which is a classic load balancer, which was discontinued on 15th August 2022. Okay. So practically there are only 3 load balancers. Any project which was running prior or previously, like before 2022, if they have used classic load balancer, they're still using it. But any new project which was started after 15th August 2022, they cannot use the classic load balancer. Okay, I will discuss about it. So balances the load between the machine. It balances the load between the machine. Then we will also be seeing the storage, which is EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Was EBS covered for you? Elastic Block Storage. Okay, I will explain you what is that EBS is. If you scroll down my documentation, which I've shared with you, I have mentioned a lot of stuff there, but I will explain you separate. Then, after that EBS is being done, EBS was being covered. That's not okay, no problem. Then after that storage, we are going to cover the elastic IP. Elastic IP, which is a static IP. Static IP, which is provided to the machines. And what is a static IP? Why it is provided? I will discuss that point for you. But I have given you an agenda of EC2. This is what we are going to cover in EC2 initially. Okay, EC2 is one of the heart. I can say it's a heart of AWS. It's a heart of AWS. Okay, so you need to be very, very clear. That's the reason everyone first covers the EC2 topic. I do not cover IAM first. I cover EC2 first of all, because from EC2 a lot of things is being connected up. Any questions, or can you tell me on the topics, the 6 points which I have written on this screen, which topics you are completely aware of, you feel that you are confident, and which topics you want me to cover? Can you please mention? We will take a 2-minute pause, read it out, write it down, and tell me in the chat, please. Please send that message personally to me, not to everyone. Okay. Auto scaling is not being covered yet, so I will be covering that auto scaling part for you. Perfect. This I will cover. You tell me the topics you want me to cover. I will cover those topics. Please cover all if possible. No problem. I'm just taking and feedback from everyone. Okay. And then I will accordingly cover. I hope you are able to understand my handwriting. Okay. Most of you are saying cover all. Okay. Please cover everything except one. Okay. Load balances. Okay. Then if you are covering all, let's do instances also. Why to leave instances. Okay. So let's cover the instances also. Okay. Please allow me 30 minutes for the people who are very clear with the instances part. Please allow me 30 minutes. I will show you the things which you are not aware of. Okay. So let me just take something new part in instances as well. Okay. Now, I will not be going with the theory part of instances. I think your trainer have done really great job there. I will directly be starting with the practical. Here, I will be signing it to my AWS account. Okay, this is my company's account, which is opened. Okay. The first thing which we are going to do is we are going to create a machine. In your real-time scenarios, okay, when you're working in the projects, you rarely use or go for the Windows setup these days. You generally go for the Linux-based kernels like Ubuntu, Linux-based flavors like Ubuntu or Red Hat or CentOS. Okay, Red Hat and CentOS is quite new. If you're not in IT, you might have heard it for the first time. But Ubuntu is quite common, right? So I hope everyone has heard about Ubuntu. Yes. Anyone who has not heard about Ubuntu, it's just an operating system, which is an open source, which means open source is more money, right? And companies, they can do anything for money. The clients can do anything when you work When you will come at a manager level, you will understand companies can do anything for the money. So yes, that's the reason most of the companies go with these kind of operating systems where then they don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, first thing is I will be searching EC2 from the top. Here, virtual servers in the cloud. Okay, click on it. Here you will get a complete summary. Okay, let's say for example, if you see in the Mumbai region, I have one machine which is being running now. Okay, I can click on it. I will click on the instances here. Now, I will just stop this machine. Now, instances, if you look at it, these are the virtual machines which we are going to create. These are the virtual machines which we are going to create and which we are going to work on. Now, when you click on, like you can click on instances here, and then you will be clicking on this yellow color button which says launch instances, which means I need to launch a new machine. Let's do that. I will be clicking on this launch instances. Now, the first thing which will come up would be the name of your machine. Okay. Now, this name could be any specific name. The particular convention which is being used in our company, what we do is, see, we have a project management tool. We are using a project management tool where the task is being assigned to us. Let's suppose, Akshat, today you have to create this machine which should have this particular feature. So they assign a task on a software to us. Softwares could be, like say there is a Jira software. Okay, in our company we use Jira, but it could be a lot of, there is an inbuilt software also companies are following. So they assign us that task on a software and they have a ticket ID is there. So how we do it, we put up, let's say the production machine which we are creating up, the task, what type of machine it is, production machine, and then it's a ticket number we put it. Okay, we put it a ticket number. And then we will put the employee ID of the person who will be managing these machines. We have a different pattern of working in our company because we are a product-based company. But yes, when you're working for the client, there is no SL restrictions. You can give the name and the environment. You can say that it's a production machine dash what this machine will be doing. For example, this machine will be having or will be serving the front end of the application. Okay, this name can be changed at any point of time, but as a very good practice, you can just simply, for now, you can say, let's say this is a production machine or production MAC, and it will be having the front end of the application, the front end design. Any name you can select. It's just a tag. This tag can be easily changed later on as well. Now, we have the second thing, which is an AMI, Amazon Machine Image. Now, what is this Amazon Machine Images? Okay. For now, you might look at, if you look at it as a big picture, you will see we have Amazon Linux, Mac, Ubuntu, Windows. So you might be thinking it's an operating system which will come up in my machine. Am I right? How many of you think it in that way? It's just an operating system which will be coming inside my machine. If I want Mac, if I select Mac here, Mac operating system will come. If I select Ubuntu, Ubuntu operating system will come. If I write Windows, Windows operating system will come. Is this statement correct? What do you think, guys? Yes. Yes. It's correct only. There is no issues with that. Definitely, it's a correct state. But there's a slight twist in this. Okay. Which is here, let's say we can also have a custom AMI. We can also create, this is our default AMIs, which comes with the machine itself. But we have a custom AMI, which is also there, which means What is that custom AMI? Assume a situation. Am I fast, guys? You are able to understand? Anyone feels I'm going fast? I'm doing a revision today, so that's why I'm little fast today. But yeah, if you feel I'm fine, I'm fast, then do let me know. Okay, stop me in between. I will take slow. Sometimes as a trainer, when we get a very good response from the batch, we start taking up the things little faster. So please do let me know if the things is going fast. Now, here, suppose, let's take an example. Akshat wants to buy a laptop. Okay, so he went to a shopkeeper. He went to a shopkeeper and he says that I want this laptop. Now he says that, okay, fine. Which operating system you want? You says, I want Windows operating system. And, okay. And you say that, okay, fine. This is a Windows, but any extra software you want? You say, okay, I want, let's say I want Photoshop. I want Canva. These are some designing softwares. So these softwares, I also want it with my system. Okay. Now, this is a custom AMI. Now, when this is a custom AMI, a custom operating system or operating system with some software installed in it. So if you look at it as a big picture, and AMI is a template, okay, that contains software configuration like operating system. Here, let's say if you select Windows, operating system, application server, and application. So let's suppose in a machine, let's take a machine. In that machine, your application is run. Okay. Now, what you will do is you can create a custom AMI of this machine. You can create a custom AMI. AMI is nothing but a template which will come installed in the machine, like an operating system plus any softwares which will come installed in the machine. Okay. Yes. Absolutely, Vijay. Absolutely correct statement. If you can, okay. Custom AMI would be there. Now, custom AMI would be the image, a template. Okay, it's a template which consists of operating system plus application plus all the softwares which is required. We are creating a custom AMI. Are you understanding? Please confirm yes or no here. We have a machine which has an application running up. Okay, now I can create a custom AMI like a backup of that machine, a template I will create of that machine. And then from that template, I can create as many machines as I want. Now, this Windows, if you look at it, this is a AMI which is offered to us by AWS. You can also create it. Other person can also create it. Anyone in the world who is want to create Windows machine will use Windows AMI. This is a default one. These are the default AMIs. We can have our own custom AMI also. Today only we are going to do this lab. I will show you practically this complete steps, how it can be achieved. Okay. Okay. Like a kickstart, it will be default one is a pre-configured. Absolutely right. Okay. So first, initially, yes, initially we will use, let's say this is a machine. I want to create the similar kind of machine. So in those cases, I will show you practically also we can create a custom AMI. And then from that custom AMI, I can create the machines. Just to be more clear. Okay. So we have Amazon machine image. Amazon machine image. Now, what is the Amazon machine images? Amazon machine image is a template. It's a template which consists of operating system plus software plus any software configuration or any configuration files or any software, any configuration file or anything which is there. It is of two types. One is a default one and one is a custom AMI. Default one is basically offered to us by AWS. AWS. Let's say if you want to create Windows machine, so Windows would be installed in that machine. You can select default one and you can select Windows. Okay. If you want to create Ubuntu machine, you can select Ubuntu and Ubuntu machine will be created in front of you. Okay. Then if you want Mac operating system, Mac is only available in AWS. It's not available with any other cloud. If you compare it with GCP or Azure, Mac is not available with them. Now the second one is AMI, custom AMI. Now if I will write the definition, you will not understand. I will take a simple example to make you understand. I'm repeating it again. Let's suppose there is a machine running up, EC2 machine. You are already aware what is instances. There's an application running. There's an application which is running up where hello Akshat is written. Now your manager comes to you and says, okay, bro, please create one more machine, similar machine, exactly similar. Everything. There is some files also. Everything is there. Now, how will you create an exactly similar machine? Either you will create a new machine, use again Ubuntu, it's an Ubuntu machine. You will select Ubuntu and install everything. Or yeah, it's a very big task. It is possible that you might miss on some things. Or else the second option is, we can create a custom AMI. We will create a custom. I will show you this practically in the real time. This is a very common scenario, guys. In the companies, you have to do it very frequently. In upcoming classes, like after 5 to 7 classes, I will automate this step also. Automation is a future. Okay. So we will try to make as much utilization as we can do on the automation side. Okay. Now we will create a custom AMI. Custom AMI is a custom template. So it's a template which will have operating system, which is Ubuntu plus application plus file 1 plus file 3 or whatever files is. That's a template which is there. Now from that custom AMI, we can launch as many images as we want, as many machines as we want. We can launch as many machines as we want. We are going to do it practically. Okay, as of now, I will be using default one, but later on with time, like majorly tomorrow, I will be showing you the custom AMI concept also, how to work with the custom AMI. But is the concept clear in front of you? I will take a 1-minute pause. Please read out the slide which is there in front of you. If you're noting it down, it would be really great. Just a minute. We're just running up a poll to see if everything is going greatly. Save as a meeting poll. Okay, I can see a lot of you are contributing. That's really good. With a custom AMI, will there be a script that will install the application? Yes. I will show you that part. I will create a backup of that machine. And then from that backup, we are going to create it. So it's being completely taken care by AWS itself, David. Okay. I'm confused between image and the template. Okay. See, image and the template is both the same thing only. Image and the template, it's just, okay. See, what happens is Amazon machine image is nothing but a template only. Image is a template only, but a template with operating system, files, and any software configuration which is defined. So it's a template. Image is a template only. Okay. From the template, we are going to launch a machine. Okay. You can call it as an Amazon image template. That is also fine. No one will go and stop you saying that Amazon image template is a wrong word. No, you can also say Amazon image template, but official name which AWS calls it with AMI, which is Amazon machine image. So this is what we generally call it with. Okay. Any other question? Virtual machine image is same only, dear. It's a AMI only, Vijay. Machine image is an AMI. Okay. Yes, I will show you practically, David. Please allow me some time. I will be showing you practicals. I think I need to work a little bit more on your concept side. So I will work on it. I was assuming you might already aware of these stuff. I will really work on a little bit more on your concept. Yeah, that's a custom image, dear Vijay. Virtual machine image is a custom AMI image. AMI, custom AMI. Right, Vijay? Now, here for now, I will be using a default one. I will be using Ubuntu. So my training will be revolving around Ubuntu only. Okay, because Ubuntu, I have seen from my whole experience when I was working with Netflix, they were using CentOS, but later on they moved to Ubuntu only. Amazon, they are completely using Ubuntu only. Red Hat also is being utilized in a lot of companies these days, but they are almost similar. Okay. So I will be using Ubuntu 24.04. This is the latest Ubuntu operating system, which was being launched last month itself. It's a version 24.04 lifetime support, which means it's a stable Ubuntu operating system. Okay. HVM is a hypervisor name. SSD is a solid state drive, which is the elastic block storage, which is being used. If you want to go with the older version, you can use it. But for now, I'm going with the latest version. Okay. Yes. Um, okay. Is there any difference? Which difference when we use Windows? Yes, Windows is a different operating system. I'm talking about different operating system. The major challenge which a company faces with Windows is first of all, Windows is a subscription-based operating system. Okay. See, in our companies, we cannot use the cracked operating system, right? There is a lot of people use in our laptops, we use cracked operating system, which is cracked. Okay. But in companies, they need to buy the subscription, which costs them around $100 to $120 per annum for a single machine. Assume you have 100 or 1000 machines. How will you handle that? Windows is also very big operating system. Unlike a small operating system, Windows is a bigger operating system. It will have, okay. So what will happen in the Windows is it will be a operating system which at least requires 4 GB of 2 to 4 GB of RAM. But in your Ubuntu, if you just have 1 GB of RAM, your system will work properly. So that's the best part about these operating systems, Ubuntu or Red Hat. They can work with the low configuration systems also without any problem. But whereas in the Windows, if I use 1 GB RAM, the system will hang. I will not be able to work properly. So that's the reason we generally is being moving. Everyone is using the Linux-based operating system like Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS. Amazon Linux is a Linux-based operating system offered by Amazon only. Okay. Any confusion at this part? This is a unique ID which is there. Username is Ubuntu, which means when I log in as this particular machine, I have to log in with the Ubuntu as an username. We'll come to that part. Now, instance type. Instance type is basically the type of machine. Type of machine. Assume a situation. So let's say me and VJ, we are best friends. Okay. Now we do everything together. We are friends. Okay. Okay. So now, on a particular day, VJ comes to me and says that, Akshat, I want to buy a laptop. I also want to buy a laptop. So I said, yeah, VJ, I also want to buy a laptop, bro. VJ say, okay, fine, Akshat, we both want to buy a laptop. Can we buy this laptop which is costing us like $1,000 or $1,200? So Akshay says, no, no, no. My requirement is not that much. I'm not looking for some gaming or some other app. I just wanted to do some basic work. I want a basic configuration laptop. But VJ, since he's a hardcore gamer, he plays a lot of games. So he wanted to buy a high-end laptop, but I just wanted to do some basic tasks on my laptop. So I don't want to buy a high-end laptop. So as per my need and the requirement, I will be deciding which laptop I need to purchase. Similarly, if you have two clients, suppose one client is simple business application, a business website. One client comes to you that I have a business website which need to be deployed. Another client comes and say that I have a gaming application, which is a multiplayer game, which we need to deploy. Like the games which you play, no, Candy Crush and all those stuff. So those are the gaming applications. Business website is simple. Any business website is there. Not much people are using it. So do you think that machine on which we are going to deploy these applications should be same or different? What do you think? Different. Because their configuration is different. Right? So if you look at it, if you scroll down, you will have even see 8 vCPU, 32 GB RAM, 4 vCPU. In our company, you know what? I will just show you. This is what we are using. Yeah, in the Amazon though, no. Actually, we are not really worried about the billing part because we own the infrastructure. Okay. So, but in Netflix, we were using this machine. In right now, in my project, I'm using this machine, which is for normally, which is a good cost. Not this one. This one. R7 GD.metal. Okay. Which is costing around $3.5. And it's $2.8. If you include the tax also, it goes around $3.5 per hour. So around $40 for one machine in a day. And in Netflix, we were having more than 120 machines running. Just think of it. 120 machines are running at a point of time. How much cost the company need to bear just for sake of keeping the machines? So in that cases, we have to decide it very wisely. So in there, I was using R7 series. I forgot it actually. That the one which we were using earlier, it's discontinued here. So we move to something else. I think RAM was more. Yes. Yes, this one. R7. Around 2.5. Okay, it's little cheaper than what I'm using right now. But here, though, in my personal account, I don't even have the access to it. Okay. And please, by chance, also don't keep it running. You have to ultimately pay that bill. And I don't want you to pay some extra bill. Okay. But here, if you look at it by default, you get a free tier eligible system. Okay. Now, here the instance type would be T2 micro. Okay. We have the instance type, which would be T2 micro, which is a small machine. It comes with 2 vCPU, 1 GB of RAM, and the current generation is 2. Okay. It belongs to T series. There are some series which you will see here. Personally speaking, it's of no use to remember these stuff. Okay, you have to look at it properly. But when I say there is a general purpose task which you need to do, let's say I want to perform some basic tasks, like I want to deploy some basic application. There I go for T series, sorry. Okay, if I want to deploy some basic application, then I can go for the T series. If I want to go for some high-end configuration, let's suppose I want to deploy some gaming application which require more vCPU and more RAM, then I can go for the C series. This is how I remember it. C series we can go with. Okay. And we have, I will show you, but what exactly are these? But it's just a theory part. M series, we go for like where you need more RAM than the course. There is less process running up, but utilization is more. If I take an example, some long running processes is happening up. Let's take a simple example. You are running some insurance application wherein person need to fill up the details. Let's say Akshat, 40 years of age, non-smoker, non-drinker. Okay. And then submit. Now what the system will do on the back end, it will check with this details which is being put by Akshat. On the backend, system will check it out that what all things is there. Okay, or it will match up the things. More RAM utilization would be there. In those cases, you can go with the M series. Okay, X also same thing. Okay, more storage when you need more processes that need to be done and less CPU, then you can go for the X series. But we will discuss it later on as a theory part. For now, I will just move and I will just use this directly, which is a T2 micro, which comes under the free tier. You get 750 hours of free time here and 1 GB of RAM. This is a RAM which is being present. You have to really worry about the costing also. You see, Linux is less costly, whereas Windows comes with more cost. You just need to pay a little more cents in the case of Windows operating system. Now, what is a key pair? Any confusion at this point? Any confusion in this point? No, all good. I think we should move really, like we should move now. Key pair is the key to access the machine. It's a key to access the machine. It's basically the authentication key. It's an authentication key which authenticates the SSH connection. Which authenticates the SSH connection. Now, what is an SSH connection is? SSH connection is basically like if you're connecting from your laptop to AWS machine, you're connecting it from a different network. So that connection is SSH. Okay. Okay. Yes. So it uses port number 22. Now what happens here is, see, whenever you create a key pair, there's a key, there's a PEM file which is there. There's a two types of file, PEM and PPK. We will not be using PPK. It's one of the file types which is there. Personally speaking, after 2019, I have never used PPK because we have moved to a different software to connect to the machines. I will talk about those softwares which I'm using it in the real time. I'm really working for one of the companies which has a really good hold over the market. So I will tell you the architecture which we are following there. Okay. So here what happens is there is a file which will be downloaded in your laptop. Have you seen that? Whenever you create a key and you launch the instance, I think there's a file which will be downloaded in your laptop. And what happens is there is the same file which will be downloaded in that machine also when it will be created up. Now, when you try to connect, when you try to establish SSH connection with this machine, it will validate and authenticate. It will validate and authenticate that key.pem. Yes or no? Are you understanding? Please confirm yes or no. So whenever I do it, I will show you practically also that we need to upload this key. It will validate, okay, this is the key which is being uploaded. This is the key which I have. Okay, we both are having the same keys. We are like, I should allow this particular machine. It's like some token which is being validated to enter inside the machine. So this is the key pair. This is the concept of key pair, and with its required concept. It's not like you cannot see. There's an option. You can create a machine without a key pair, but you will not be able to connect to the machine. So this is really important. I will be creating a new key pair here. Okay. Just a quick minute. Now I will be creating this key pair. I will give them some name. Let's say test key, any name, or I can say, actually there is no naming convention as such which we follow. There is one key which is there, which is running from generations. So test key, production key. You can put up a date on which you created that key. RSA. This is another type of encryption which is there. This encryption does not work for Windows. RSA is one of the oldest encryption which we have in the market, and we are using the RSA only. PEM is a key pair type which we are going to use, and we will create a key pair. See, there's a key which is downloaded. Okay, there's a key which is downloaded, and this key I'm going to use. Okay, this key I'm going to use to access my machine. Okay, we will see that. Now here, this is a network. This comes under the VPC concept. This is a network in which we will create the machine. This concept we will discuss in the VPC. This will come up later on. Okay, this is a later concept. We will do it later on. But it's a network. Every machine is running in some network, right? Now, by default, you get a network by AWS. We will be working on a custom network. We will see and create a custom network later on, and we are going to work on that custom network. For now, since we are starting with the first topic, I'm going ahead with the default network only. And this is a network which is being created up. I will scroll down. Now, here in the firewall, what is this firewall is? Firewall is basically, consider it as a security guard outside your house. It's a security guard outside the machine. Okay. So there is a machine. Okay. And everyone is entering inside the machine from this gate. And there is a security guard which is standing. Okay. Now you say that I don't want to allow any traffic. I'm just removing this also. Now what happens is, if an SSH, if someone says that, okay, I'm coming from 80 location, or not 80, 22. This SSH is port 22. This SSH connection says, I'm coming from port 80. Please allow me to enter inside the machine. Guard says, no, I don't have permissions because it's not allowed. When someone from internet try to access this machine, that I'm coming from internet, HTTP, allow me to enter inside the machine. Guard says, no, I will not allow you because I don't have permission. Now we say that tell the guard that yeah, allow SSH. No, please allow SSH. Okay, I will take it here. Now this time again SSH comes. Bro, I want to enter inside the machine. Guard says, okay, you are allowed to enter and you will be able to enter. But still HTTP come and says, please, you have allowed SSH. Please allow me also. I'm coming from this location 80. It says, no, I don't have a permission for you to enter. But if we allow this, it will say, okay, you can also enter and this will also enter inside the machine. So that's a firewall. It's a firewall. Firewall is a security across the machine. I hope you are understanding. Please say yes or no to me. Everyone. Yes. I will enable the emoticons for you. Okay, I don't have an option. Okay, fine. Now, this is the storage. By default, you get 8 GB storage in case of Ubuntu, but it's 20 GB in case of Windows. I will discuss this concept later. I will discuss about the storage part in the AWS later on. Okay. For now, I want to create only one machine, so I can select one. If I want to select two machines, I can select two. I want to select three machines, I can select three. Okay. And I will be clicking on this launch instance. Instance means machine only. Okay. Wherever I'm using the word machines, it is same as instances. Whenever I use word virtual machines or instances, I'm talking about this stuff only, this machines which we are creating now. I will click on this launch instances. Okay. Now, if you go and refer to the notes once, here I have directly created the machine actually, because the reason was these candidates were coming from a DevOps batch. I took their DevOps training also, so I've already told them how to create the machines. So this is the, like they are already coming from it, but I will show you these methods, how to connect to these particular Ubuntu based machines. Okay. There are different ways of connecting to the machines. I will show you these methods. Okay. But I will give you the notes to work on the EC2. Yeah. These are the EC2 labs. If you refer it, if you roll it from top to bottom, you will see this complete notes. Okay. These are the complete notes. These are my notes only. I have connected to the Windows machine here and I have deployed the application. Okay. I have deployed the application on Windows. You can try it on later on. This part, I will share you another one. I'm sharing the notes. Just a minute. This link. Today, I will be showing you Ubuntu. Windows, I think your trainer have already shown it to you, but I've shared you the notes. Please look into it once. Launching website on Linux EC2 machine. Okay, this is my another note. So I'm using Amazon Linux here. Okay, I'm sharing you this one. Yeah, Ubuntu machine. Yes, absolutely. Now here I'm using Ubuntu. These are the notes. I'm going to share it with you. Okay. I'm uploading these notes as well in this drive. No. Now this is where you will see both the things. In the break, please have a look at it. Okay. In the break, please have a look at it. This is the final notes will be present at this location. Okay, I've shared you that link. Can you please confirm if you can access it? Yes. Any problem you're facing up with this batch, with me or the batch? Because now it's something the trainer cannot be changed. That is what I'm telling you. Any problem, I can work on it if you want. Running one more poll for you. Okay, I can send the messages to everyone. I have enabled it. Let me check. Yeah, it's there. You have to, yeah. I think we are able to send the messages to everyone, guys. Can you please look into it once? Janardhan, can you please look into it because others are able to send it. Dear. Okay, in the chat, you will have that option to change it. No, in the chat, no, there is an option. I will just show you. Just a minute. There's an option like this. Give me 1 minute. I'm just solving all your doubts first of all. See, like this. Janardhan, see, when you are sending me a direct message, so there is a everyone option like this on the chat. You can select this everyone and then you will be able to send it to everyone. But I will try, please try to send it only to me. In that case, sometimes if I want to take up your question little later on, it would be really helpful. Okay. Please look into this particular part once and I'm taking a 12 minutes break and then we will continue. Guys, if you have any doubts, please ask me. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Okay. Now, this is a machine which is there. Okay. Ultimately, I'm going to, now I want to go back, right? So I want to click on this instances. I will click on this word instances here. Click on that. Click on the instances. Let me refresh it. Sometimes it does not show up. So you can just click on this refresh button and it will show up. Production, front end application. This is an instance ID. It is currently in the running state. T2 micro, status check, 2 status checks done. Alarm, if you have not set up any alarm. So all these things is fine. Now I want to connect to this machine. You have to be little more, like you have to check this right now, just be little more attentive. Okay. I will show you different ways of connecting to this particular machine. So there are multiple ways. First is I can use the browser-based connection. Browser-based connection. Now, what is a browser-based connection? I can connect to the machines. Okay, I can connect to the machines via browser only. I can connect to the machines via this browser only, and it will use this account authentication to connect. So we can connect to the machine. Okay, we can connect to the machines via browser, and it will use account authentication. Okay, we can connect to the machines via browser, and it will use account authentication to connect to the machine. It will not use SSH. Okay, it will not use that key pair authentication. This account authentication it will be using. Second one is we will be connecting it via SSH connection. We can use some softwares like Puttygen, which are outdated software. In our company, we are using a software named MobaXterm. Or else you can connect it via like directly via your CLI command line interface of your laptop. If you are using Mac, you can do it from your terminal. So SSH is basically we can connect machines via some SSH softwares like Putty or MobaXterm, or via command line interface. Okay, command line interface, CLIs. I will show you both. Here in SSH, it uses key pair as a authentication. It uses key pair authentication. I hope you are able to get it. Please read it out once. I will take a 1 minute pause. Please read it out. What is written on the screen? Any confusion? Okay. So we will do first, we will do a browser-based connection. Then we will do a SSH. So both the things are clear for you. Anything, whichever is coming in your company, you should be able to do it. But if anything new is coming up, you don't have to get afraid of it. You can easily find everything on the Google. Now, first thing is you can select it. You can select this machine, and there you will see there's a connect button which is being coming up. So you have to select this machine. You cannot select multiple machines, only the machine you need to connect. It's not like all together you can connect with 10 machines together. No, One by one, you need to connect it by selecting the individual machine here and then clicking on this connect button. Obviously, as a normal human, we will click on connect only to connect to the machine, right? So connect it. There are multiple ways of connecting. We will do EC2 instance connect and SSH connection. In EC2, it's a browser-based connection. You can ignore this warning message. Username would be Ubuntu only. We cannot change the username in case of EC2 machines. And click on this connect button. Which operating system you were using, guys, in last week? Which operating system you were using and how you connected it? Amazon Linux only? Why this is giving me an error? Okay. I think while creating the machine, I forgot to add up the security, it seems. So if I select this machine, okay, security, you can go to the security group here. See, because I was explaining you the concepts, remember guys, at this part, give me a minute. Yeah. At this part, no, if you remember, I removed it. So there is no SSH connection. That's why I'm not able to connect to this machine. Right. So yes, I forgot it. I just directly clicked on this create a machine. I should have selected both of them. But since I forgot to select it, I can update it later on also. How can I do it? I can select this machine again. I understood that there is some issues with the security configuration. It is only telling me. Okay. So I will select this machine. There is a security which you will see here. Basically the firewall. So if you select and we can update. We can update the firewall of the machine. This is a very frequent task which you need to do on your companies. Okay. We can update the firewall of the machines by clicking on the security tab. So let's do it. If I only select SSH, yes, you will be able to access your machine. But if you deploy any website and you want to access that machine from that public IP from outside, you will not be able to access it if you're not using HTTP. Okay. Pitchy. Click on the security here. Now here, we will click on the security group. See, only thing which is clickable in this is this one in the blue color, right? And I can see inbound rule is not there. Now, there is two types of rule, inbound and outbound. Now, what is inbound rule? Can you tell me? And what is outbound? I think your trainer has covered that part, inbound and outbound. I have seen that part of recording. No, it's not inside traffic. Inbound is the incoming traffic. Incoming traffic rules. The rules which is created for incoming traffic. Rules which is created for incoming traffic is inbound rule. And outbound is rules which is created from outgoing traffic, which would be from inside the machine. Okay. So it is the rules which is created for outgoing traffic. When I started my career, no, this was one of the major challenge for me to remember it, because inbound, I used to think traffic which is coming in, it's vice versa. Traffic which is, okay, which is, yeah, traffic which is basically coming from outside to your machine. So let's say this is your machine, there is a firewall. So inbound traffic is like traffic which is coming from outside to access your machine. That's an inbound traffic. That's an inbound traffic. So if we are trying to connect to this machine via SSH, we are using port 22. So there is no port 22 which is enabled. So that's why I'm not able to access this machine. That is the reason why I'm not able to access the machine. Okay. So I need to edit this inbound rule, and I need to allow this port 22. I need to allow this particular port 22. Okay. Similarly, Lot of you, like one of you were asking me that doubt. If I just select inbound rule, will I be able to access the machine? Yes, you will be able to access the machine. But later on, if let's say you deploy an application inside that machine and someone from the internet, let's say Richie from the internet wants to access your machine. So that Richie will be coming from port 80, which is HTTP port. You are getting it, right? The Richie is coming from port 80, who is an internet user to your machine, but your machine is not allowing that Richie. So you need to enable port 80 also in inbound rule so that Richie can access your application which is running inside the machine. This is what an SSH and this is what a HTTP rule will do for you. Okay, SSH will allow you to do an SSH and connect to this machine to perform the task. If someone wants to visit the application over the internet, the person will be coming from the internet. That's why we need to enable the port 80. Outbound rule, from if you get inside the machine, you want to access Google. So that's an outbound rule. So you want to access Google. So from inside, you will be using port 80 to go outside. You will be able to go outside and access the application from the internet. Okay. In the companies, we rarely use all traffic. In the companies, we rarely use all traffic. We generally go for some specific set of traffic or a specific set of ports only. Okay. All traffic is very risky. You will like when you set up the AWS security, no, that time you will get a lot of notifications coming up with the vulnerabilities which will be there in your machines. They are not easily hackable, but still companies wants less vulnerable system. You read it out once. If you tell me if you are able to understand. Okay. Yes, clear. Perfect. That's really good. So I will edit the inbound rule. You will edit the inbound rule here. Okay. I will add the security. I will add the security rules. And I will say custom TCP is there. All TCP is there. All traffic is there. SSH is there. So many things are there. Whatever you need to allow, you can allow it. Like right now, I need to allow SSH, which is port 20. Now source. Source means from where this traffic would be coming. Assume a situation. You are working for, let's say, any company. Let's say in I will not talk about my company here because it will not come under the violation of the company rules. I will talk about Netflix. Okay, that too, I will make up some other IP. Now in Netflix, when we were working on a network, let's say I was using a Netflix laptop, they used to give Apple MacBooks to us. So when I used to use Netflix laptop and we used to connect to VPN, I was majorly working from home that time. So when we were using VPN, there was an IP address which was being given. This is just a random number. Okay. This was an IP address, or generally it's like some number is there. In your companies also, you will get it. Okay. If you're working professional, today, when you reach office or you connect to VPN, open the command line interface, the CMD, and write IP config. If config, sorry. It will tell you the IP address you're working on. And as soon as you disconnect the VPN, the IP will change. Okay. So here in our companies, what we used to do, we used to say that 10.23.0.0. Now it is possible that Akshat was there. Akshat has this IP address 10.23.0.2. There is another one. Let's say there is Tulika. Tulika has an IP address 10.23.0.10. So when I write it, anyone which is connected to Netflix VPN will be able to access, will be able to do SSH, which provides an added level of security to me. Okay. You are getting it, right? This is the IP address, the set of IP addresses which can actually access this particular, or which will be able to do SSH. Any other person who is trying to access it from any other IP addresses will not be able to access your machine. Everyone is getting this point. This is a little confusing. If you're not working professional, this might be a little confusing to you, but in real time, this is what you will do. I'm trying to take up more real time scenarios. Okay. But as of now, we are alone. Tomorrow, in 5 minutes, my IP might change. Okay. So I will use 0.0.0/0. Okay. Yes. We can put at that range. So what we do, this concept I will teach you separately. 60. So here it means 8 plus 8, 16. This will remain constant. I'm putting that 16. 8 plus 8, 16 will remain constant. Anything can change here. So this is the IP address of Netflix. So all the laptops in the Netflix will have will start from 10.23. So I can allow anyone from Netflix to access this machine. Okay. So that is what it happens. But if you put 0.0, anyone in world, okay, who is using internet and have the permission to access my machine, have some key pair, have the key pair, can access this machine for me. Okay. HTTP. I will give HTTP also. Here also I will, okay, here what you should use. You should be going with 10.23.0, which is my Netflix IP, or I will go for this, which is anywhere, which I should use. Which should I be using my company VPN? Company VPN, or I should be using anyone? Yeah. For HTTP, we will use any, because anyone from the internet can access. I'm not deploying this application only for Netflix. If it's a private website, okay, if it's a private application, guys, then yes, definitely I will. If I want that application to be only accessible from Netflix people only, then I will use this. But if I'm deploying netflix.com, anyone in this world can access netflix.com. No, so I should be using 0.0 in that case. It's not a security violation. It's perfectly fine. Okay. We will use 0.0 here. I hope you are understanding it. You are understanding this concept here. I'm trying to be as much elaborative I can. Okay. Just to ensure that you have that a better understanding. Now I have updated the security. Now I will just go back to my machine. Where I was there, I was getting an error. This time when I refresh it, the error would be removed. Because I have updated the security group. Error is removed now. Yes or no? Everyone is understanding the concept. Anyone is facing any issues, please do let me know. Now the next thing which we are going to do is how to connect this machine with a different way. Another way. Now guys, in companies, it could be any way. It could be any way. In Netflix, we were using this method, the browser-based method. No one teaches this browser-based methods. This was, I was using in Netflix, but it is like in Amazon, no, I cannot even open this. It give an error to me. I don't know, there is some configuration they have done it on the back end. I cannot access it in this way. So it's not allowed in Amazon. Okay, Amazon, we have a different method. Now, what we are doing in Amazon right now, I will select this machine, click on the connect. Okay. I will select EC2 instance connect. Oh, sorry, I have already used it. I will use SSH. Now, this is what we are using in Amazon, right? We are using SSH client. Now, there are multiple ways. Either we can use softwares. We can use softwares. Softwares like Putty and like Putty or Moba Extra. Okay. Putty or Moba Extra, or we can connect it via terminal, or we can do SSH via terminal, via command line interface, CLI, sorry, not a terminal, via CLI. Both the methods I will show you. Okay. Putty is an old software. Putty I will not show you. You can Google it. You can search it from YouTube. Putty I will not show you because no one is using it now. Before 2019, it was majorly used, but in 2021, there were some security vulnerabilities which was being identified. So in our company, we cannot even install it now. Okay. No one is using it. We have another very powerful tool, which is Moba Extra, which we are using right now. But again, there is one problem with Moba Extra is If you are using Mac operating system, MobiXterm does not work with Mac. It is only there with Windows. In Amazon, we all of us have a Windows laptop only, so we use MobiXterm. For Mac users or the Windows user, the third option is also SSH. This is for sure. For sure, it is available for everyone. For sure, it is available for everyone. Okay. So let's use them. Read it out once and tell me if you have any doubts in this statement which I have written here. No doubts? If you're okay, I will just wait for 1 minute. Okay, let's move ahead now. Now, see, this is the example. This example is your code command only. It is saying that I want to do an SSH and I want to validate this key. This was a key. See, this is the same key. It's the same. It's saying that I want to validate. I want to validate this SSH key, PEM key, sorry, and to connect to this machine. To connect to this machine. Now, this is in Mumbai region. AP South is Mumbai region. If you see, AP South 1 is Mumbai region. AP South 1 is a Mumbai region. We want to, it's a compute service. Ubuntu is a username. So what it is doing is, it is saying that we want to do SSH connection. You don't have to remember this command. But yeah, it is telling that we want to do SSH connection. SSH-I, okay, is establishing some connection. Here, then the key pair comes up, key pair, and the Ubuntu, which is a username, @ARN of machine. I will tell you where you will get it, but here you will get it. Okay, if you go to SSH client and if you select this example, you will be able to get it. Let's see how it works. I will copy this command copied. Now, see, it is validating this key pair. So I need to open the command line interface in the place where my key pair is there or in a different place. What do you think? Should I open the command line interface in the same location where my key pair is present or on a different location? What do you think, guys? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same location. See, because ultimately, oh, sorry. What is happening? Oh, sorry, it was open this time. I removed it. Yeah, this is a folder. This is a folder where my key pair is present. If you see prod key 23 September, this is a key pair I've created up. Now I need to open the command line interface. Yeah, we can give a path. Okay, but yes, we can give a path, but why to worry so much, yaar? We can just simply put this key pair in the same location. Okay. Now, how will I open the command prompt? I will write CMD. I will just write CMD from the top. It will open the command prompt in the same location. User Aksha, I don't know why this name is Aksha here, downloads. So see, user Aksha downloads. In the same location, we have this key pair, we have this command line interface is being opened. See, Windows C user Aksha downloads. So what I've done in this place, I have just written CMD. When I press enter, this command line interface has opened in front of. Yes or no? Now I will copy this command. Simple. I just need to copy this command and I will paste it here. Enter. It will ask me yes. Okay. It says that you want to connect to the machine. Yes, I want to connect to the machine. And ultimately, I'm able to connect to the machine. 172.31.241 is a private IP of the machine. You're a little confused. No problem. I will repeat it. No problem. First method you have understood, right? First method you have understood, via which we were connecting it via browser. This you have understood. Please give me a quick confirmation. Yes. Okay. Second is I will be doing an SSH. This is another way of connecting. Assume it as another way of connecting. Okay. Any way you want to do it will be fine. I use in my training, I will be really using the browser based connection only. But I'm telling you so that when you work in the real time, it could be anything coming in front of you. So you should be able to solve that. Now, here you will see a command in the example. You will see a command in the example here. Can you see that command? Here on my screen only. You have not launched it yet. Can you see that command? Okay. Now, what I need you to do, okay, just copy this command. That's it. Now, remember when we were launching an EC2 machine, there was a key pair which we have created up. Everyone remember when we launched the EC2 machine, there was a key pair which we launched. Yes. Anyone who does not remember, we created a key pair. What was the name of that key pair? Prod key. See, 46 minutes ago, I created it. Right? It was actually prod key 23 September, 46 minutes ago. Time is also coming up. I created it. Okay. So I will go to that location where this key pair is present. This key pair, I will show it in the folder. Normally also it's in downloads only, I remember it. But yeah, I'll just open that. Now, so you can see this key pair is downloaded in this location. Downloads folder. Now, okay. Now what this is doing is it is validating this key pair to connect to the machine. If you remember, when I explained key pair, I said that one key pair would be downloaded in your laptop. One key pair would be downloaded in that machine. It will validate this key pair to connect to the machine. If you don't have this key pair, you will not be able to do SSH from your machine. Okay. Now, to do it, I will write CMD, which will open the command prompt. On this location itself. You can see the command prompt is open. Windows command prompt. Right? It's same as this command prompt. Okay. But this time it has opened in the users Aksha downloads. See, in the C drive, users Aksha downloads, I have this file which is there. Which is, you can see prod key 23 September. Now you understood, please confirm, yes or no? Is that one the public key of the key pair? Yes, Ernest. It's the one which we are using now. Okay. Do we need to install AWS CLI for SSH client? It is not required. Please. But if it gives you an error, you can install the AWS CLI. That is absolutely fine. But I think with the latest Windows 11, it is not required. No, it's not required. We are not using any AWS tool. So you don't have to install any AWS software in your laptop. Enter. See, we are able to connect to this machine. 172.31.241. See, 172.31.241. This is a private IP of the machine. You can see. If I go to this instance, see, 172.31.241. Here. This is a private IP of this machine. I'm able to 172.31.241. I'm able to connect to this machine. I can run the commands which I want to run. I will show you these commands tomorrow. But till here, you are able to understand, right? Till here, everyone is able to understand. Okay. Everyone is able to understand. This is the second method. The third method is via using MOBA Extra. A software named MOBA Extra. I will show you connection from the MOBA Extra in the next class. I don't want to rush up on a single day, but I will first tell you how to install or download the MOBA Extra. Simple Google search, MOBA Extra. MOBA Extra. Now, I don't know how you can remember this word. If you will pronounce it 5-10 times, you will remember it. Okay. So yes, a lot of people get that issue that we cannot remember the word MOBA Extra. So yes, you have to pronounce it, and when you will use it, you will start remembering it. Now here, this is a software and first link is the download link. First is a download link, which we are going to open it. Let's use a download link here. Now here there's a home edition. There's a professional edition. Arya, we don't want to spend $69 yet. It's a very big amount. We will go for the free edition. In the companies also, we use a home edition only because it's used internally. In my company, we are using a home edition. Home edition. And we are using this home v24.2, which is a portable edition. You can go for installer edition also, where you can need to install the software. But in the portable edition, the software will come up in a zip file. I can extract and use it. So I will click on the portable edition here. No, you cannot. Okay, so we have a question. Can we simply paste the public IP in the browser and connect to the machine? No. When you paste the public IP in the browser, it will open the web application which is running inside the browser, inside that machine. Okay. But right now we are not accessing. It's okay. We are not using port 80 to connect to the machine. You are using port 22 to connect to the machine, which is an SSH connection. Okay. So it is not correct. You cannot paste the public IP to connect to the machine. You can see if there is any web server running inside that machine. You can see what is there inside it. But you cannot connect to the machine via the just putting or pasting the public IP in the browser. Otherwise, so anyone can access your machine. Google public IP is 8.8.8.8. You access to Google public? You can access Google machine also. So it is not possible. You cannot do it in that way. Okay, no problem. Now, when I downloaded it, you can see there is a MOBA XTERM portable edition is being downloaded. Open it. And you will see this is a MOBA XTERM software. There's an application which is there. I will give you this link. Okay. Please download it. Download the portable edition. Okay. Now, this is zip file which would be there. Open that zip file and put it in your put it in your desktop. This MOBA XTERM application, no, you can cut it and put it in a desktop. Fine. The software is, now this is a running software. Okay, paste it anywhere. See, MOBA XTERM, this is an application. I can directly start this application. I can simply run this application here. See, I will show you how to connect with it. I don't rush up on the steps, but I hope you are understanding. Please say yes or no. Try doing it once till this point, and we can then wind up the session. Anyone has anything, any issues you are facing up, please do let me know. And if you have any confusions in any of the topic, please do let me know. The assignment for today, the homework for today, for every one of you is to complete this sheet. I will show you tomorrow, but I want a familiarity with this sheet. It will take only 15 minutes for you to complete this sheet. Okay, this is your assignment for tomorrow. For tomorrow. Okay, like it's for today, assignment for today, not for tomorrow. You have to do it today. Okay, we will discuss it tomorrow. So you have to do it. We have not done this part. Okay, but I'm assuming you're already aware of the steps. Already last week, your trainer have taught you. So yes, it's already there. Okay. Is there any specific reason why AWS is restricting you to connect EC2 from the browser? AWS is not restricting me. My company, okay, I don't work. AWS is a separate entity. I work for Amazon India, the e-com site. So yeah, there is no as such restriction here. Every company has its own policies. When it's being set up, it's being set up by people only, right? So as such, there is no, I don't find any major reason why it is there. In Netflix, which is equally good company, they have everyone use browser only there. So yeah, next Nitish, day after tomorrow we will do. Okay. On Wednesday, I will talk about budgets to you. Region that you are using, if you are using T2 micro, there will not be any cost involved. Don't worry about it. Okay. Pricing would be little different because infrastructure cost is different. So pricing in Mumbai and in North Virginia or any other region would be little different. Like if I say the difference will be coming in the cents. Okay, not very big amount. So in AWS, really we don't think about the cost, a different cost which is there, which comes in different regions. We really take care of, we generally do not have to worry about it. But if you are using Google Cloud Platform, GCP, there's a big difference comes up. But in AWS, there is not a big difference. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And if you really like the class, please put excellent. It's a +1 for us. If you're putting good, it's a -1 and bad is -5. So if you're putting good or bad, please tell the reason what went wrong. Okay, and how I can improvise it in upcoming classes. But if you really like the class, please put excellent. It would really be helping me out. LinkedIn, I will be giving you in the next class, guys. Okay. Thank you. I hope you, those who are already aware of this, you have learned something. I will be restarting this machine tomorrow and then we will continue on the same machine. I will deploy a real-time website on this from GitHub. Okay, I will not be teaching you easy concepts. Okay, my concepts will be little difficult, but I will give you notes. This is a website. I will deploy this website for you, which is there running on GitHub. Okay, it's already there. Okay, what is the today's homework? Okay, today's homework is for you to complete this part. Okay, I'm giving you this link. Please complete it. You don't have to Google search anything. I'm giving you the notes of what I want you to do. Okay, just follow these notes and keep doing it. Everything would be good. Okay. And one important thing, these notes I have created for other companies. So you might find some other company names. Please do not get confused with that. Okay. Thank you. I cannot see the link here. I will reshare that link. No problem. Can you see the link now? I've shared it to everyone. Can you see the link now? GitHub, I will show you tomorrow. Ravi, I'm sharing it to you personally. Ravi, check it out once, please. This is a link. Yeah, link is there. Ravi, I've shared with you, dear. Please check it out. Personally, also, I've shared it with you. The chats you will be getting, Ravi. So Ravi, then share me your mail ID. I will send you. That is what I can do. Okay. But Ravi, I'm sending you the individual chats. Others are able to see my chats. Yeah. Is this working? Now you are getting it. Now you got it, Ravi. I've looped you. Okay. Now perfect then. Anyone who has missed it, this is the assignment. Perfect. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Good night. It's the morning. It's 8, 9 a.m. I have to get ready and leave for the office. So thank you.